What if, in the heart of Enford-on-Bagley, there was a village? Hiya, I'm Ni, and welcome to a new video. Welcome to the 7th episode of the Village series. I cannot believe it's already the 7th episode. I cannot believe, honestly, but I've been having so much fun, and I'm so happy that you guys are also enjoying it. So here we are again. Today we have a brand new family, so I need to let you guys meet them. This is the Hyde family. We have Edward Hyde, and he's married to the wonderful Cecilia Hyde, and this house is actually all inspired by her. I knew I wanted to bring in a creative person into our village, so I toyed around and I kind of really got into the idea of having someone that does cross-stitching and embroidery. Maybe because I've been embroidering, so a little bit biased, but I've been loving it, and it's been so nice and relaxing and just such a positive, wonderful experience. And I really wanted someone in The Sims that was doing that. So Cecilia here, she does lots of embroidery and cross-stitching and even knitting. She's really good at it. I imagine that she probably sells her stuff within Plopsy. So yeah, I think that that's what she does, and I feel like she's just so nice and bubbly and bright as well. And I wanted a house that really reflected that and is very like pops of colors and like really bright yellows and like bright blues. So yeah, and they have 3 wonderful children. They have Lucy, who's not so wonderful. I imagine she's like that high school popular girl. So yeah, she's very into her blues and pinks and purples and pastels, and she's a little bit snobbish and not that great. But Poppy, on the other hand, is absolutely so wonderful. She's got the cheerful traits because she's just really nice. And they've got Levi as well, who's really inquisitive and just so cute. So yeah, they also have a dog, and I almost forgot about it. And it's Lady here, and she's just so wonderful. I also wanted someone to have a dog here in our village. So yeah, let's get right into it because that took a while. Okay, so this is where we're going to be building today. I'm building kind of in the middle of the home lots. So we're going to have 4 homes potentially over here in this side of the village. I knew I wanted it to be quite substantial because it's still for like a couple of Sims. They have 3 children, so it's 5 people plus a dog at home. So that is quite something. I recently also posted a little poll on the channel to know what you guys wanted to see, what kind of homes you wanted me to build. I was quite indecisive on the style, and brown cottage won. So I was actually quite happy about that, I'm not gonna lie. It wasn't my top choice, I have to say, but I am not mad, and I think it matches the village perfectly. So yeah, if you voted, thank you so much, and I hope you guys like it. So yeah, we're working on the shell of the house. I have a little bit of like an extension at the top. So yeah, that is where our teenager's gonna go. So yeah, I wanted it. It is actually quite common here in England, like you have an extension, either a modern extension, you probably know about those, but more commonly you have an extension upstairs on the roof and you extend it and then you have extra space. But yeah, the floor plan is all done already, so that was quite speedy. In terms of the brown cottage aesthetic, I have to say, looking back on it, I am not too sure about the wallpaper. I love this wallpaper from Cottage Living. I just love the brick. I think the brick is perfect. Not even brick, it's like a stone kind of moment. Yeah, there's the yellow door. So yeah, this is going to be a very bright home. But yeah, the stone is just great. It is honestly so good. However, I think it just had to be a tiny bit darker. I'm not gonna lie, even looking back on the kind of reference photo that I was using to ask you guys what you wanted to see, they are just a tiny bit darker, and that gives them that more cottage, small town, small village kind of feel, and this is just a bit bright. And I toyed around with having like the darker version of this stone, but the darker version was just giving me grey. So yeah, I do think in the next episode, I don't know who I'm going to be building for quite yet, but in the next episode, I might be changing this brick, so don't get too attached to it. But yeah, we are cluttering up the outside with lots of vines and lots of flowers. Again, I want this to be a very nice family home that's very bright, and I want it to be quite a creative space. If you look at it, you know that a creative person lives here. I wanted that kind of vibe. Also a couple of pinks, just lots of colour. This is absolutely the opposite of me. I do not do with lots of colour in my own home. It's been such like a revolutionary kind of happening that this year we've been introducing a couple more colours, like a bit of red here and there, and we're like, wow, that is something. That is really something. So yeah, I'm not a colour person. I love my neutrals. But I have so much fun in The Sims because you can just do whatever you want, no strings attached, and play around with colour and just be happy with it. And it absolutely matches The Sims as well. And yeah, it's just nice to be doing something different, honestly. But yeah, I toyed around with having an open like front yard, but I thought it just made sense to be closed. Like, I don't think your yard would be open here in England. I don't think that's a thing. So yeah. I once again also wanted this to be a bit more worn. This is a family home. The cottages have probably been here for like, I don't know if a century, but maybe. I used to live in a cottage that was 200 years old, so I know a thing or two about it. So yeah. But yeah, I think this has been here for a while, so I just wanted it to look like it has been here for a while. I also wanted it to have lots of vines everywhere, just because I just thought it was a good time, and I thought that it really matched the Sims that live here. Let me tell you a bit more about them actually. I rambled a whole lot about Cecilia because she's been the absolute inspiration for this home, and I am so excited as well because lots of her little embroidery stuff are everywhere around the home, in the walls and everything, because I actually got the Sim to do a couple of little embroideries, cross stitch as well, and she just did the cutest of patterns. It was the first time I think I played with that in the game, and I have to say it was quite adorable. I really had a good time, so yeah, I absolutely recommend that. But yeah, I got her to do lots of little bits so I could include them here in the house, and I moved them in before so I could put them all over the walls, and it was just a good time. But anyway, Edward, her husband, is actually a teacher. I thought it would be quite nice as well. I just feel like she's very creative and very outgoing, and I felt like he was a bit more maybe reserved, but also just such a kind-hearted man. So yeah, I thought I just felt like teacher fitted him like quite well. And then with the kids, the whole bunch of them, 3 kids. Can you imagine that? That's a lot of kids. Honestly, that is a lot of kids. But yeah, I just thought it just fit well. Lucy is Lucy. She's like the preppy, popular girl in high school. She's just like what everyone's all about. And yeah, she's just a little bit big-headed. I kind of think that she might be a streamer, and I gave her a bedroom that kind of reflected that, and she has a gaming like corner, and I mean she's quite well off. She's got the whole top extension to herself, and that is a lot of space. But yeah, we're moving into the kitchen before I keep rambling on. So yeah, there we go with the blues and the yellows. Honestly, yellow is not my color. In real life, I can't stand yellow. I'm gonna have to be honest. I do not like yellow at all. However, in The Sims, I can get behind a bit of yellow. I love a bit of yellow in The Sims, but not in real life. Anyway, so yeah, we're going in with the yellows and the blues and just making this such a bright home. Like, this is like weirdly bright for me. How bright this is, I don't know how someone could keep it both spotless and bright. But they do a good job. They do a good job, the Hyde family. So yeah, I wanted this also to feel like a family home, so I wanted it to feel a tiny bit cluttered, but like not just with clutter, but like spatially cluttered. I feel like here, even though it's a relatively good size for a home, especially in this village, I honestly don't know how I'm being able to fit so many things in a 64 by 64 lot. Honestly, it surprises me every time. But yeah, I wanted it to feel a little bit cramped. There we go. With the beautiful embroidery stuff. I just loved it. And including it in the home made it feel so homey and made it feel so personalized. I really enjoyed this. But yeah, I also wanted to go for like a mixture of like a bit traditional but also modern. So very like family home, to be honest. A couple of things that are a bit more country, a bit more cottagey, but also a couple of modern stuff because I imagine that these parents are not that old. I make them adults in the game, so maybe they're like 40. I don't think they're 50 yet. Would they be 40-ish? Yeah, I think so. So yeah, I wanted that to be reflected in the home, but also, again, have lots of things everywhere and just feel like it's a bit packed. Especially the living room is a little bit packed, and even a couple of the other rooms just feel a little bit packed. Also, the bedrooms upstairs are a tiny bit small. Poppy's bedroom and Levi's bedroom are just a bit on the smaller side, which I feel like it's very realistic actually. Here in England, the house sizes are just a little bit ridiculous sometimes. The amount we paid for what we get, a joke sometimes. But yeah, generally in cottages, the rooms are not that big. So I wanted that to be reflected here, and I wanted that to feel like it's part of the charm in a sense. But yeah, we're still going on with lots of colour, lots of embroidery stuff, the hoops all over the walls. I also wanted to use lots of stuff from Nifty Knitting. Nifty Knitting, that is a terrible name to say, I have to say. But yeah, I wanted to use lots of stuff from that pack because obviously How Cecilia loves a bit of crafting, she loves a bit of knitting, she loves all of that. So I wanted to include that pack. I also just like the aesthetic of the pack. I feel like it matches his family quite well because it's not exactly very modern, but it just feels family. It's giving me family. So yeah, I'm using that rug again. And I know I've used that rug in the last apartment that we furnished, the flat. It was the bakery flat. Yeah, I know I used that one, but it's just here to stay. I don't have anything to say about that. But yeah, we're using also a bit of tiny living, just using those packs that have a bit more of a home family aesthetic, I suppose. I also played around with lots of colour in the wallpapers. We've got like a yellow wallpaper here. I also kept the stone behind the fireplace. It was really, I love that sideboard, but I ended up not going with it. I just felt like it was maybe a little bit too maximalist for this place, and I think it was. But yeah, it was also very important to have a fireplace in this place. Wow, a fireplace in this place. A fireplace in this home, because nothing else screams cottage and English cottage but a fireplace. I had to have one. And that one looks quite modern. It looks quite updated, actually. Next time when we build something for maybe an older couple, that's all I'm gonna say. that's it. When we build something for maybe an older couple, I think I'm gonna go for a bit more of like traditional, yeah, a little bit more traditional with it. Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, using, once again, lots of tiny living, lots of nifty knitting, putting toys all over the place, because once again, I like putting toys in the living rooms when you're playing with children. I just feel like that makes sense. In real life, if you have children, the toys are going to be absolutely everywhere. It doesn't matter what you do, they're going to be everywhere. So yeah, that is what I was going for. Just trying to add a bit more clutter here, there and everywhere. Trying to make it a bit more full looking, just like things are everywhere. It's a bit cluttered, it's a bit messy, but not exactly messy, just a little bit full. So yeah, this is what we're going for. I love those little bits from growing together. I just feel like it's little momentums that they bring back when they go on holiday or something. I have a couple of those myself, so I would know about it. I do keep them as well in my living room, so I guess that's right. But yeah, I'm also using those lampshades quite a lot lately. I don't know what's happening, but I just feel like it's a nice in-between. As you guys can see, I've already furnished the bathrooms. We're not furnishing bathrooms, we're not wasting time with that. We have this little place here, it's like a little hallway moment, and I just wanted to inject a little bit of personality into it. We also have the ladder that goes upstairs, because I could not fit, and did not want to fit, to be honest, a staircase to go upstairs, so I just used the ladder, and it just works in game. In real life this would not be ideal, but we don't care because this is still The Sims, and I wanted to do what I wanted to do with my game. So yeah, this is the parents' bedroom. I love how this one turned out. It's once again using a couple of traditional moments, like for example that lamp. It's like very traditional feeling, but with a really modern, updated kind of bed. Really fun one from Eco Lifestyle, there we go. So yeah, I love this big wardrobe moment from high school years. We're gonna use lots of high school years upstairs, especially in Lucy's room, because I wanted it to feel like a quintessential teenage room. So I go to town with the amount of high school years. But yeah, this is Cecilia's little craft corner. I could not fit an office space in this house, so I knew I wanted her to have her own, like really like going to town with her own corner, like a craft and just chill corner, so she can do all of the little bits and bobs. It's also got a little rocking chair so she can do her knitting and her crafting in there. So yeah, that is what I wanted to go for. Once again, lots of blues and lots of yellows, and it works out well, especially in this room as well. But once we go into the other children's room, we're gonna ditch those colors for good, because it was just a bit much, and I didn't want this to be a bit stale. I wanted this to feel like an organic room where a family lives. House. So yeah, this is Lucy's bedroom. It's upstairs in the upstairs extension. It's your quintessential preppy girl, high school girl apartment? Room. It feels like a mini apartment actually. I wanted to include, I love that swatch on the wardrobe because it's got lots of like little pictures and things, momentums that she's probably like kept from with her friends and stuff like that. I also wanted to use that wardrobe thing. It's like a little hanger, clothes hanger thing. I wanted to use that because maybe she's into fashion and it could be a bit of gameplay and she could make her own outfits and sell them. So yeah, on Trendy, that's the name, Trendy. So yeah, I gave her a gaming setup, as I mentioned, because I just think maybe she's a streamer, maybe she's not just popular in high school, maybe she's overall a little bit famous. Who knows? I think this could work. I hope she's got a good Wi-Fi connection, because sometimes when you live in the country, I have to tell you, the Wi-Fi connection is absolute abysmal. So yeah, I hope she's not plagued with that, because that is not good. But yeah, just going around, I love that bookcase as well. Just the things from high school years are surprisingly good. And I always forget about it, and I come back and I build something with it and I'm like, wow, those are some good items. So yeah, I literally just go to town with the whole high school years catalogue and just plonk everything into this room. Of course, she's got to have the pink PC because, well, as I've said, she's the preppy pastel pinks and blues kind of girl. But yeah, I had so much fun actually making a room. It just made my inner child be very happy. I don't wish I had this, but maybe a version of this that is like darker and neutral. Yeah, that's what I would have loved. Maybe she's a bit into sports, I don't know. I also use these new LED lights from the party kit just because I like the colours, and obviously had to go to town with some fairy lights. Just love this room, absolutely love this room. So yeah, this is what it turned out like, and now it's, wow, I sounded like an announcer then. And now, I don't know what that was, I'm so sorry. Anyway, on to Poppy's room. I wanted this to be like quintessential pink room, just because Poppy is like very bright, very cheerful, and she does like pink, but she also likes other colours like green. That's why we go for this specific wallpaper that has green and pink. But I didn't want to shy away from the pink. She's into pink and she's going with it, and she's quite proud of it. But yeah, not all pink, but some pink in this one. And I actually think it turned out really cute. This is a really, really tiny bedroom when you think about it compared to the rest of the house. But I somehow managed to fit everything into it. And it was just a good time. It was really nice. I love that backpack. I love that we got the new swatches. Like, one of the best decisions the Sims team have made in the last few years. The backpack used to be absolute, I'm not even going to say it. It just used to be bad. Anyway, but yeah, now it's very nice, and you can add it to all sorts of room, all sorts of kids, because they finally have good swatches. So yeah, I also wanted to include window seals in this house, just because, oh, I can't believe we don't have window seals. Like, most windows have window seals. Sills? Anyway. Oh, I love that little moon lamp as well. So cute. Yeah, this room, oh, and the little tiger. This room is really cute, I have to say. This is the kind of pink I can get behind. I can't get behind many pinks, but this one's great. So yeah, I also added a little doll's house, just trying to add a bit of clutter, just making it feel like a room where a kid could live in. So yeah, this is how it turned out basically, just going around trying to place a couple more things on the walls, just make it, again, more lived in. That is what I like in The Sims. I like a bit of realism, I like a bit of lived in vibes. So yeah, I'm really searching for something here. I don't know if I'm going to find anything I like, to be honest. We'll see about, oh, I do, of course, because she's into dogs, so I add a little dog calendar. Absolutely, yeah. But Lady is so adorable, and I'm a person that is not particularly fond of dogs because I have cats at home. But Lady is such a cute one, and Poppy absolutely adores her. And I imagine that maybe she's the one that goes and takes her for a walk here in the village. And it's just so cute. And they were playing around when I was play testing this, and it just made my heart warm. This is Levi's room. It's very blue. I'm not trying to go for a color scheme of blue and pink here. I just generally go for what I've dressed them in, and I knew he had an outfit where he had lots of orange and blue, and I thought, that is your bedroom now. That's gonna be your bedroom, orange and blue. So yeah, this is what we go for, exactly because of that. Not particularly because he's a boy and she's a girl, because I'm not about that. But I just thought it was a really cute blue bedroom for this really adorable little boy, and he's really cute as well in game. So yeah. It's such a small room as well, but I don't think you needed more for a toddler. To be quite honest, in game, smaller rooms, smaller houses sometimes work better. But yeah guys, we are at the end of this speed build. It felt like a little bit, it felt like a while. I had so much fun building this. Let me know what you guys thought about it. What do you guys want to see next? Who do you want me to be building for next? Because I'm having a lot of fun building for these Sims, and they just own my whole heart at the moment. But yeah, this is what the house turned out like. Very, very yellow. But yeah, this is what we've built so far in the village. I cannot believe we are at this point. Again, let me know what you want to see next. I love your suggestions. Please subscribe to the channel because that would really help me out a lot. Leave your likes as well. And once again, thank you for watching. Bye-bye!